You wake on January 1st and it feels like the silence after a great storm. Not empty, but pregnant with meaning. For years you've been navigating life like an ambidextrous tightrope walker, balancing others' needs and your own inner compass, trying to keep both in sight without ever letting either fall. In 2026, balance isn't a trick you perform to impress. It's a discipline you live. You're invited not to juggle forever, but to choose what you carry and what you release. This year begins with a quiet reckoning. The cosmos whispers and sometimes shakes the old cozy illusions you've held about what love should look like and what peace really means. You've been listening to everyone's feedback for so long that you may have forgotten the sound of your own intuition. Now Jupiter's slow retrograde teaches you that spiritual growth is not always forward motion. Sometimes growth is the turning inward of care that you have long given outward. In the early months, you'll notice where your mind goes first when faced with discomfort. Does it flee into diplomacy, into the soothing lies of harmony, or does it linger, wrestling with truth? You will confront moments when the easy choice feels like relief but actually costs you integrity. Your inner voice, sharp, surprisingly tender, and often sidelined, becomes louder than the chorus of opinions you've carried for years. Listen, that voice has been waiting. This year is an emotional meditation, not the tranquil Instagram-ready kind with incense and soft music. I mean the kind where your heart becomes a temple you cannot avoid entering. You discover that peace is not the absence of tension, but the capacity to meet tension with grace. And grace is not always gentle. Sometimes it is fierce clarity wrapped in soft skin. Spring arrives, and with it, a mirror. Conversations around mid-year feel like staring into a reflection that doesn't blink back. Partners, friends, colleagues, and even strangers become catalysts. They reflect the areas where you've rehearsed politeness so long that you forgot how to say no without guilt. Here's the cosmic truth. Your honesty is not an inconvenience. It's a gift you owe to yourself and to the people who truly value you. There will be moments when the world tests whether you are still a peacekeeper or now a peace with truth maker. You will learn that harmony is not a soft color palette applied over stress. Harmony is the art of holding two truths, the truth of connection and the truth of self-respect. This year tests not just your capacity to love, but your capacity to say yes or no, because without shrinking. In the heat of the summer, when the sun climbs and shadows shorten, something inside you shifts. It's as if months of inner dialogue have rearranged your emotional landscape so that you don't fear your own needs anymore. You begin to see that boundaries are sacred rites of passage, not defenses. You are not rejecting others when you define what you will accept. You are affirming life's wholeness, including your own. By the time autumn descends, carrying its cooler light and quieter rhythms, life hands you milestones you didn't demand. You find yourself in deeper, more honest conversations, not because you forced them, but because you earned the clarity to invite them. Partners who were comfortable with negotiation now learn to negotiate with you as an equal. Friends who once relied on your laughter to fill silence now sit with you in stillness without fear. And this is spiritual maturity, when your presence is a home, not a performance. But the cosmos does not let you coast on your insights alone. In the latter months, something deeper stirs. Your soul, not your ego, begins craving meaningful integration. You ask yourself, what old belief have I been carrying that was never mine? What ancestral echo have I mistaken for personal truth? This is not a gentle inner whisper, but a call towards spiritual adulthood, where intuition is as respected as intellect, and maturity is measured by emotional honesty rather than emotional avoidance. As the year winds down and you look back on the road you've walked, the choices that felt like courage, the ones that felt like release, you realize something simple and vast. You have become your own peace, not the kind that avoids conflict, but the kind that is rooted in clarity. This peace does not flinch at truth. Instead, it stands in it, welcomes it, and makes room for it. In Matters of the Heart, 2026. offers a profound lesson. Genuine love is never a distraction from selfhood, but a reflection of it. When you engage with others this year, you will see that the heart wants companionship without captivity, closeness without erasure. Your romance, if authentic, deepens not by fusion but by mutual respect. It expands not by losing self but by honoring self and other. Your work and calling also become a stage of spiritual intelligence. You learn to hold your ambitions with humility and your discipline with compassion. Long-term projects, thoughtful structures, and consistent engagement. These are not just practical tasks. They are rituals of integrity. In 2026, discipline becomes devotion, and your life's work becomes an offering to the self you are becoming, not the self you used to placate. Spiritually, you will discover that your soul's longing for harmony was never a search for peace at any cost. It was a search for wholeness, a wholeness that refuses to amputate parts of you to make life look smoother. Your spirituality this year becomes grounded in embodied truth. Meditation is not an escape. It is the cultivation of presence that you carry into your daily life. Prayer is not a wish. It is an alignment with what is real. And trust is not passive faith, but active discernment. By December, when the skies shift again and the year closes its grand circle, you will sit with a wisdom that was not given, it was earned. You will know that balance is never static. It is a living practice. A daily choice to be honest with your heart and firm with your boundaries. You will emerge from 2026 not as someone who mastered life, but as someone who learned to meet life in all its complexity, with eyes wide open and courage intact. And so as the year ends and the stars prepare for another cycle, you sit with a peace that is no longer borrowed, performed, or negotiated. You have become your own healer, your own advocate, your own home. And that, your soul will whisper, is the most profound balance of all.